It's certainly difficult to be away from all the folks that you work with day to day. It's kind of like a family.
That is, until I found you.
Do you remember when Bungie got busted for throttling XP and limiting how much you earned, but showed you a different number in game?
This is a company that talks about its people first. It talks about values. It talks about really, really caring. That is true.
Have you been playing that long? I have. And so have a good number of Destiny 2 stalwarts, the veterans that have been playing the game since its inception. Bungie tried to deny it, but eventually had to come clean. That was the first warning of the kind of company Bungie really was. The culture that was acceptable there directly from the shot callers. Bungie apparently hasn't changed their stripes. They're more like that Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. I stopped playing Destiny for a year because at the time, the game was stale, with nothing really to do outside of PvP. This happened back in 2017. I played every day for hours at a time, but something seemed off. When the news of the throttling broke, I knew I was right. Bungie was pushing microtransactions and messing with our experience in order to fatten their wallets. Bungie has been on a drive to extract the most money possible from each and every one of us. They put on a good facade, the company that cares. They care, all right. They care about your money. I get it. Companies have to try and make a profit and answer to shareholders, that sort of thing. There is, however, a way to go about it. When you try to get money from me and you do it in a sleazy way, that's a turnoff. I don't do business like that. Be above board and upfront. Bungie has consistently proven that they will do the bare minimum that they need to do in order to get money from players. They said they listened, but it's always like pulling teeth to get them to act. And they only acted when there was massive pushback from the Destiny community. When Bungie was making Halo, it seemed like the company respected their players. They were like us and wanted to make a great game that players would love. You could see that in the product. Halo Combat Evolved got me hooked, and every subsequent Halo game thereafter was a joy to play. I played the heck out of Halo Reach and Halo ODST. It's an all-time favorite of mine. Now, Bungie split from Microsoft on October 5th, 2007. That was the day the music died. Bungie was independent for a short while and announced partnership with Activision in 2010. It was a 10-year deal, but the damage had been done. Bungie was learning at the feet of the greediest game corporation, in my opinion. They learned how to monetize every aspect of a game and squeeze until it hurt. The apprenticeship was in full swing. That marriage lasted for only 8 years. Bungie was free to do their thing again, but due to their money management style, they had to find another partner with deep pockets. Enter Sony. Bungie wanted to make money like Activision, but they didn't want to be under the control of Activision. Unfortunately for Bungie and its desire to be an independent juggernaut, they didn't know how to manage their finances, so the move to Sony was inevitable. Bungie has caviar dreams and champagne wishes, but they don't know how to temper their aspirations. It's okay to dream big, but you have to build a sustainable foundation upon which to build and finance those dreams. Bungie management wants to be a big player in gaming and movies and everything under the sun, but they want to shortcut the process at the same time. Bungie is great at making promises and pretending to listen to the community. But just take a look back at what they've done versus what they've promised. PvP is still in a shitty state. How long did PvP players beg for new maps? Instead, we got more convoluted ways to get weapons, level weapons, and make weapons. Bungie has consistently taken content away from players with no real way to access the content we paid for. All the while, we went skipping down the road waiting for the next DLC, the next new weekly challenge, the next drib and drab of a storyline being spoon-fed to us with a thimble. The whole while, the Eververse store was cranking out sets of armor, ghost skins, shaders, sparrows, emotes, bundles, all for silver and some for bright dust. Weren't we told that the Eververse purchases were supposed to fund DLCs of the future? And I'm going to quote something here. Eververse content for silver only is part of ensuring we are able to fund our ability to keep creating and maintaining Destiny and supporting the team that makes Destiny. End quote. That quote was back from I think it was a Polygon article on December 6th, 2019 to be exact. Without those purchases, it would be hard to make the game as great as they could. What the heck happened to that? Show me the money. So to recap, 2017 we have Throttlegate. 2019 we have the Eververse Silver crypto scam. And on November 10th, 2020, we had content vaulting. They would reverse that decision 2 years later in August 2022. What changed? Bungie has managed to shoot themselves in the foot time and time again. Put yourselves in the shoes of a new gamer. You pick up COD or Red Dead, Apex Legends, PUBG, or Counter-Strike, and you can pretty much hop right into the game with little to no effort other than learning the controls. A new player hopping into Destiny has no clue where they're going to start in the story of the game. The game references so much past history that it is unavailable to a new player unless they have the coin to purchase the previously vaulted content from years past. Never mind the time to download it all. Heck, they have to go to Google or Reddit just to know where to start. That's how messed up Destiny 2 is because of all this monetization. Making the entry point of a game for a new user should be a simple, welcoming experience. One that gives the new player a sense of fitting in and being part of the present situation. Not the feeling of, I'm missing a ton of context here and I don't have a clue as to what I'm supposed to do. That's no way to get and retain new players. You're killing your own potential revenue stream. Bungie has segmented the game into bits and pieces for purchase. With the way it is now, pretty soon Bungie will be trying to make the weekly storylines purchasable DLC. I kid, but I don't. Bungie is not the feel-good company they portray themselves to be. They are a hot mess, a gathering of extremely talented people who get shit on by corporate. Talent like Michael Salvatore, Nathan Fillion, Nolan North, Peter Dinklage, the late great Lance Reddick, Keith David, Mara Juno, Gina Torres, and many others behind the scenes, actually making the scenes and animating the characters, writing the lines, storyboarding, sound designing, and busting their butts to bring us content deserve far better than Bungie. Bungie needs to clean house at the top and get back to what made them a good studio. They need to do it fast before Sony exits their deal due to underperformance and over-exaggerated projections. Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Bungie has proven that they are somewhat corrupt. They have a chance to do better. Please, save the game and do better. It's your time, and I thank you for sharing it with me. Have a great day. Oh, and before you go, I've got a little bit of bonus for you. So if you'd check that out, I'd appreciate it. Thanks.
But I know now. After all we've seen, all we've lost, this fight might be our last. So I'm asking you one last time to rise.
when you look at the number of things we were able to accomplish in a pretty short period of time, it's a testament to all the skills and passion at all levels of the company. We had to rise to this challenge and go from a studio all working in person day to day to working distributed all over the Puget Sound region. We developed a 5-phase plan driven by 5 priorities, and the top priority for us was employee safety. So very quickly it was developing a plan so we could get our employees working remotely and also ensuring that the day-to-day experience of playing Destiny was available for all of our players.
Is there anything confusing or unclear so far?
No, so far everything has been very clear.
Something that's very particular about Destiny is that we do work on Bungie machines to make sure that we keep certain aspects of Destiny secure. And so in order to do that, we had to look at provisioning up to 400 laptops, which was a huge number for us.
We have artists, we have designers, we have writers, we have engineers, testers. There's so many different workflows that require specific technology.
It's done.
The background here got a little microphone set up so that I can record some new stuff for Destiny.